Welcome to Leaning Towards Six Sigma, my video blog. Management consulting is an interesting profession, both challenging and rewarding. Especially meeting clients and solving problems gives you enormous satisfaction that you have made difference in someone else's life or an organization and people working with the company. I thought let's share the learnings what I have got in the last 2 decades of my professional life in the form of simple 3 to 4 minutes video blog. I titled suitably as Management Consulting Principles, and the part 1 I'm going to cover. And in the part 1 what I'm going to cover is the rule of 3. And before the particular principle what I'm going to talk about, I just want to give a gist of what a management consulting from my perspective. So what a management consulting is all about. Consultant typically covers the following areas: strategies, business, how it works, efficiency, productivity, cost, problem solving, client management, and solutions to find and help the people to improve their process and make the organization profitable and growth. And especially the consultant needs to know how to understand the value chain, and the value creation happens in a company. And it can be at the strategic level intervention, or it can be at the operational level intervention of problem solving. So consultant need to know the problem solving skills, and also consultant need to have the people management skills, because managing people and their emotions and their understanding, and they come from different skill set and come from different background in the organization. So dealing with people is an important critical point for a management consulting professionals need to know. And finding solutions, because why a consulting company is invited, because they wanted to find a way, they wanted to find a direction, and consultants need to have especially the non-obvious solutions, not the one which is known to them, something which they haven't understood or something which they are not able to see it. So that's a non-obvious solution where consultant need to bring in. So these are the areas, broader level, and the kind of interventions a consulting company can bring in. That's what the management consulting is all about. So if you ask me what a rule of 3, and 3 as it states, there are 3 things which you need to highlight in any given presentation. Suppose you have 70 or 80 slides, you cannot make such a presentation to a senior management and make an impressive outcome or what you wanted to communicate. And what you wanted to communicate need to be conveyed in 3 bullet points, for example. So maintain rule of 3. So present the rationals and to convince, and it is very easy to remember the critical ones, and effective way of getting the management attention and focus. So if you want to get this and make the rationale in 3 different rationals to communicate, it can be problem, or it can be direction, or it can be solution, or it can be in a given set of projects, and so on and so forth. I'm going to deal with a couple of examples to drive home the point, how can we apply rule of 3. Let's look at it. A simple way, why 3? It's always interesting. For example, 5 why analysis. For example, I'm saying why it has to be 5 why. 5 times why. It can be 6 whys, right? 7 whys or 3 whys, right? So the whole idea is there are certain things, when you do it in a set of 3 steps or 4 steps, naturally it gets the attention of the management, and you can remember, long-lasting memory is created about a particular scenario. So here what I'm talking about, if it is a story, 3 musketeers, easy to remember, and also the scenario you can quickly bring to your memory. Consultant means 3 critical points, critical things which you have highlighted it. So when you want to opening a presentation, or when you want to make a BD pitch, so 3 critical things which you needed to highlight why your company has to be hired for consulting intervention. So make only 3 critical points, it will be very effective. You may have so many things to say, but if I ask you only make it into 3 different segments, so naturally you will find a way. There are 10-20 points you have, but you can make it in 3. It will be very effective. Try it out. The example which I picked up here is, you can look at it, these are the strategic initiatives. Let's say these are the initiatives a company wants to make it. But I can't just present this to the senior management and convince them, hey, your company to focus in the next 1 year, in the coming weeks, these are the areas. But it's very difficult to assimilate, very difficult to understand which direction these initiatives are pointing towards. So it's very difficult. Suppose if the same example, if I make it like this: strategic initiatives, revenue growth, people capability, process capability. So these are the three different areas or the themes and a company needs to work on. And you can add more support to that next level, 100 million USD if it's a revenue growth. People capability means growth opportunity, growth percentage, or employee retention, etc. Which means, and these are the three areas, I will be doing 40 initiatives. So management can definitely understand. For example, if you want to make a board presentation, the board members cannot understand if you just make slides after slides, and you will say this is our strategic initiative and we are going to focus on next three areas, and I'm going to produce these three results. As simple as that, your message will be effectively communicated. And rule of three simply works like this: tell them what you will tell them, tell them what you told them. So a simple way to communicate what you wanted to convey the message. The essence will be communicated very effectively. Takeaway, finally, examples to apply rule of three. These are the suggested ones, and of course I have just created a scenario where you can apply. There are many areas where you can apply. To start with, how to convey the project problem, for example. So you don't need to write a couple of pages document and then bring so many information to a senior management. Just say in 3 bullet points, this is the reason why you need to do. Or a success, project success, how do you explain the project success, can be a scenario. Or should you adopt solution X or solution Y? And you can always say, for example, solution X is all about automation, solution Y is all about changing the complete process, for example, by adopting a few steps. So what are the important highlights? Just communicate it in 3 steps. Or a simple way, in a lighter way, should you get married, this person or the other person? Why you need to marry a person, for example. First of all, you may ask me why we have to get married at all. That's a different personal question. So the whole point is, any scenario you just wanted to communicate in 3 bullet points will be a greater success. You will get it. These are the best management consulting principles. One of them I am sharing here. That's all about rule of three. And in my next blog, I'm going to cover MESSI principle. And it's a very interesting principle, management consulting principle. Very effectively can be adopted in consulting intervention. And if you like my video, please subscribe. And if you want to add more information to the subject or the topic what I deal with, please do share. I can learn more. And please do subscribe to my channel, Leaning Towards Six Sigma. See you in my next vlog. Thank you so much.